A second deadly crash in as many days involving a Brightline train at the exact same spot. And a warning tonight for all drivers.
They think they can beat the train, and they cannot beat the train. Don't be dumb.
Those two deadly crashes happened at the same intersection in Melbourne. 3 people were killed. Good evening, and thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm John Brown. Police say that both of those drivers went around the crossing arms right into the path of the train. And this is where we find Fox 35's Patrick Perez tonight. So, Patrick, city leaders are stressing the importance of abiding by the flashing lights and, of course, the crossing arms when they're down.
And John, you can understand why. I mean, it's really been a tragic few days here in Melbourne. Just Wednesday night, I was standing at almost the exact same spot telling you about the SUV that went around the crossing arms here and straight into that train's path. The driver in that case died. 3 people inside of that car were badly hurt. And then here we are again 2 days later, and we have another incident between a Brightline train and a truck.
It's very scary. It's heartbreaking.
I can't wrap my head around it. It's just sad.
These 2 Melbourne residents feeling the pain Friday after another deadly crash at the same railroad crossing in under a week.
My heart does go out to them, but we have to be responsible and understand.
Surveillance video obtained by Fox 35 shows a pickup truck going around the crossing arms and into the Brightline train's path. This happened at the crossing on W.H. Jackson near US 1 just before 1 p.m. The impact so strong, the truck wrapped around the front of the train, killing both people inside. Police identified the 2 as 54-year-old Michael Anthony de Gasperi and 52-year-old Lisa Ann Batchelder.
We're going to have to do something like a public safety campaign because apparently some of our residents think they can beat a train, and that's not acceptable.
On Wednesday, a 62-year-old man was killed after police say he drove around the arms at the same crossing. Surveillance video shows him going past a car, stopped before the arms, and into the tracks before getting hit. 3 other passengers inside the SUV, including a 9-year-old, were badly hurt.
They think they can beat the train, and they cannot beat the train. Don't be dumb.
Melbourne Mayor Paul Alfrey says he's spoken with Brightline about possibly installing what's called a quad gate at this crossing. It would look something like this. Currently, at the crossing where this has happened twice now, one of the arms on each side does not extend all the way. And it's through that same gap these drivers have been crossing illegally.
Brightline put safety precautions in for a reason. When you do go around, you're violating traffic laws. It's for your safety. When something like this happens, there's no good outcome.
And we know that things are back up and running tonight. The train that was involved in all of this, it had front damage, but it has since left the scene. A passenger aboard that train told me that they ended up having to transfer lines and get onto another train. And then, of course, their trip later on was completed a few hours later. But this certainly did cause delays for a lot of these passengers. Again, Luann and John, a reminder, if you see those crossing arms go down and those lights flashing, whatever you do, don't cross those arms, because we have seen now this week what can happen. That's the latest here in Melbourne. I'm Patrick Perez, Fox 35 News.